Hey guys, sorry that this is gonna be uploaded so late. I told, I said in the last one that I was going somewhere and I just got back and had to do some stuff real quick, but everything's done now, so just gonna continue with the game. But anyways, right back to where we were. So you look over at Alex, who hasn't noticed you watching her yet, and you try to parse the expression on her face. You worry that it's one of sheer boredom and bare tolerance. You wonder if she's thinking about all of the fun things she could have been doing tonight if she wasn't trapped on this couch with you, ordering from one of the same three takeout places that you always order from. A sense of disappointment, a sense of disappointing her creeps over you as you picture what the night could have been if you had just accepted the invitation she had made earlier. I know this is a pretty boring Friday night for you. Are you really happy with being with me? Being like this? She turns to look at you, forehead wrinkled. Why do you ask that so often? You feel her body stiffen and pull away from yours just a little. Well, I mean, you start, but are unable to try and think of how to answer. I know it's not what you usually be up to. I don't know. I guess I get worried that you're getting bored sometimes. Never mind. Um, I'm probably gonna go with this number four because it's being honest. Alex sighs. Look, if that were the case, I would let you know. I don't think you're boring. You're more of a homebody than I am. I'm learning how to deal with that. Deal with it? You think, repeating it in your mind. Does she see you as a problem to be dealt with? You try to pick her reply apart in your mind, and all of your conclusions lead to your previous worry that you're holding her back. You begin thinking that the phrasing was chosen without too much deliberation, and that despite her attempts at reassuring you, the slip of the tongue revealed her true feelings. As you picture how much fun she would be having right now, if you had only accepted her invitation and managed to somehow get over your reservations and anxieties, despite not knowing how you would go about that, she cuddles back up to you. Thanks for putting up with me, you say, staring at the TV without actually watching it. She sighs in response. Alright, so this changed a little. It says, you are deeply depressed. Even activities you used to enjoy hold little or no interest for you, and you exist in a near constant state of lethargy. Still not seeing a therapist, still not taking medication. It is a breezy Sunday afternoon. You've allowed Amanda, an old friend from school that is in town for the weekend, to talk you into leaving the house for coffee and catch up. You meet her in a small cafe and talk about what you've been up to since you've last seen each other. And you can't help but feel like they are a lot more accomplished and interesting than you are while listening to them talk about their life after school. When it's your turn to brief them on your activities, you feel anxious and ashamed and give a very abbreviated version. You try to talk about your job as little as possible, and you feel incredibly boring while you describe it despite her expressing sincere interest in you and your life. Amanda has known you long enough to read your mood and tone of voice. She she leans in to ask a question while gently touching your hand, a look of genuine concern on her face. What's wrong? Do you insist that nothing is wrong and change the subject? Defensively ask her what she means by that. Notice that your hands are shaking. Probably this one. It's such a small question, but it feels like a blow to the gut. You surprise yourself when you realize that your tightly clenched fists are now beginning to shake slightly, despite the best efforts you feel. Tears begin to sting at your eyes. You try to disguise this by tilting your head up and praying that they'll suck back in. She suggests that you two get out of there, and you feel mortified. She offers to go back to your apartment with you, but the two of you end up talking in her car for 2 hours as the words just pour forth from your mouth. From you, sorry. I thought there'd be a mouth there. Amanda seems unsure of what to say at times, but she listens and rubs your back as you sob and talk. She asks if you've gone to a doctor about this, and you admit that you haven't. She mentions that her mother is seeing a very good therapist in town and offers to ask her about it. You're not thrilled about the idea of going to a therapist, and even less thrilled that Amanda might be telling someone about your problems, but she persists and tells you she'll email the doctor's contact information later in the week. Okay, so nothing's changed on there. It's a glaringly sunny Monday, and one of the few days that your brother Malcolm is in town and free long enough for you to actually see each other. You have a dental appointment that day, but you make plans for him to pick you up afterward. Your appointment takes a little longer than expected because your dentist tells you that you started grinding your teeth in your sleep, to a worrying degree. Given how nearly everything in your life has been feeling enormous and stressful lately, this doesn't come as a surprise to you. He suggests that you try to reduce your stress levels and fits you for a night guard. It feels awkward and too big for your mouth, and you feel embarrassed looking at your puffed out face in the mirror. With it in, you finish up the appointment in a hurry and leave about a half an hour overdue for your meeting your always punctual brother in the parking lot. You finish up as quickly as possible and leave the building to scan the parking lot for your brother's car, but you don't see his old Civic anywhere. You pass a blue Camaro and jump as it beeps at you, causing you to jump in surprise. It takes a moment they put an extra word in there, it's throwing me off. It takes you a moment, that 4 shouldn't be there, but to realize but it's Malcolm in the driver's seat. You hop in the passenger seat and compliment him on his new ride, and he mentions that it's a perk of a promotion he's recently obtained at work. He starts telling you about how much more money he's making, how his career is really taking off, and how he's starting to look at houses with his wife soon. You clutch the bag containing the night guard in your hand and feel yourself clench your teeth as you think of your crummy apartment and how long it's been since you've been able to take a day off work without having to worry about making ends meet. He's only 2 years older than you, but it feels like he's eons ahead of you in every other aspect of your life. So he asks, "How did your appointment go? Did you get drilled full of holes or what?" A sense of shame creeps over you. Lie, tell him it's routine cleaning, tell him about your tooth grinding problem, but not the stress causing it. Neither of those are good, but this one would be more honest. Alright, well, I'm going to pick this up in the next episode, so I'm just going to go start that right now.